Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone from tarotforhealing.com. I hope you guys are doing really well. This is the 2016 reading. It's your January 2016 reading, and it's for the Libras. And kind of interesting. Yeah, and I do want to tell you guys that I am still offering the year ahead readings as well on my website, so do go and check that out if you want a personalized reading that goes through every month of the year for 2016. Now what I see for you guys, Libra, is for your finances, and I'm using the what's this deck called again, the Tarot Illuminati I'm using this time. Your first card is the Princess of Cups for your finances, with the Three of Swords and the Nine of Cups. So what I feel like these cards are saying is, I think something is going to show up for you. Either is something, it's going to financially, it's going to look good. It's going to look like it's like for you, like right up your alley. And the princess of cups could be indicating that, like, I always look at this fish here like jumping out of the cup. It's like she almost looks surprised, like she didn't expect it to be coming out of the cup. So to me it kind of represents something maybe happening out of the blue, or a surprise that you get, like, or something, or opportunity that seems to come to you. And because this cups is something that resonates with you on an emotional level, so it could be, it could make you excited that this is coming, or it could look like the right kind of thing for you at this time. But then the challenging thing is the Eight of Swords coming next to it. It's kind of telling me that there might be a sense of feeling upset, or expectations that have not been reached because of whatever is surrounding this opportunity. It's almost like it's not going to be everything it seems, or it could be that maybe you go into some new endeavor and it doesn't end up being as profitable as you would have hoped it would have been. So I kind of see that it's almost like initially there's this excitement, but then soon afterwards there's this sense of feeling disappointment, or a sense of feeling either betrayed, or feeling like maybe uh you had somebody that told you about this and they really made it sound really good, and then when you got into it you started to see that it's completely different than what you thought it would be. Or maybe it requires things of you that you can't deliver on, or you didn't think maybe it would be the type of work, um you didn't think it was going to be the type of work involved, that maybe they require of you. But I feel like something is almost going to be like a letdown. And so but then with the Nine of Cups is also kind of what has me thinking that, the Nine of Cups can represent some kind of wish or desire, something that you wanted to be fulfilled at this time. So what I'm kind of getting the sense of, especially this middle swords card being surrounded by two cups cards, is this kind of telling me that you may go into January kind of feeling like certain wishes were not fulfilled. Or maybe you're going to be actually bringing this from maybe 2015 and thinking to yourself, oh, I didn't achieve this, or I didn't achieve that. But there's something that is keeping you thinking of things that you didn't achieve, or things that didn't go your way, or wasn't the way you thought it was going to be. The thing about ending with the Nine of Cups is it's kind of telling me that you should still believe in your dreams, or because something comes up, like, or because there's a little bump in the road, it doesn't mean that you don't continue on down that journey. Obviously every journey can have its difficulties and its challenges, but it doesn't mean that you can't make it where you want to be in the end. It's like when I look at him, it's like he's still very self-assured, he's still very confident, he is profitable, and he knows that he can, um he knows what he creates is profitable, I should say. And he knows that, like, he hasn't lost his oomph that's within him, that gives him the drive to keep on believing in his dreams and believing in what he can do, and his own abilities. So what I would say to you is, definitely do not let any hiccups that happened in 2015, or even any hiccups that you may still be going through or experiencing, keep you down. Yeah, it didn't work out, but we can still move on it doesn't mean that all hope is lost. And I kind of feel that you're not going to lose your optimism anyway. I still get the sense that you are going to get back on track after this whole thing kind of blows over, like emotionally, when you kind of feel ready to get past it. So for those of you that are in relationships, you have the King of Pentacles with the Prince of Wands with the Alchemist. And what these cards are telling me is that you are, for those of you that are in relationships, I think the King of Pentacles could be representing an earth sign person. And with the Prince of Wands, it's kind of telling me, I think that for some of you guys, you could be seeing somebody that's an earth sign person or in a relationship with them. Or maybe you're in a relationship with somebody that really wants a commitment from you. And maybe they want to move fast into a commitment, and they're almost wanting to create their own vision for this relationship. Like they may have this idea in their mind of where they see the relationship going, and I feel like they may want to move fast. So it's dependent on you, in whether you want to do that or not. I also kind of sense with the King of Pentacles is that you may be with somebody that is well, some of you guys, I feel like this is a specific message to some of you guys. You may be with somebody that is financially stable, but at the same time, maybe they like to have good times, and they like to, party sometimes, and they like to spend money on things that are like luxury things, which isn't a bad thing. But what I get with the Alchemist is to me, it can almost represent if a person this person has their own kind of ideas of what they see this relationship as. And the only thing that can kind of make me think a bit about that card is that sometimes with that card, a person may not always be so honest about who they are or what their intentions are, or won't be so open, because again, they're hoping for something in particular, something they want the relationship to kind of go the way they want it to go. So sometimes they may be inclined to not always be so honest about certain things and stuff like that. But then also what I'm seeing is you may also be with somebody that is really career driven also. So a person that may be able to provide you with, a lifestyle that might be quite comfortable, but then at the same time, they may be a person that you don't see very often because of the fact that they're working so much, or their work is kind of taking up more of their time. So that could be how it plays out as well. But I get the impression that this person it sort of represents a person that is they are very sensible. They're very good when it comes to making money, or building a business or something like that. And so in that case, they're very passionate about their career and the line of work, the things that they do. Or if they're not even passionate about it, it's like they're very committed to what they do. So yeah. So it could be that they're committed to their work, or it could even be that they're committed to their studies as well, or learning something new. But I kind of feel like maybe the reason why this is showing up in a relationship situation is somehow that might be affecting you. So I think for some people, they may like the fact that their partner is bringing in more money, but they may not so much like the fact that their partner spends quite a lot of time away from them. So that might present an issue. So it's kind of about, who you are, and basically how you look at a relationship and what you require of your partner, to whether you find it an issue or not. So for those of you that are single, yes, you have the Two of Wands with the Empress with the Judgment card. So what these cards are telling me is that if there's been somebody that you've been talking to, I think you're going to make a final decision about this person. Or if there's somebody that is interested in you, you're going to make that final decision about what you're going to do about this person. So if you've been on the fence, like I kind of like them, but I'm not sure, we do talk, but maybe he or she isn't exactly what I'm looking for, but they're kind of cool to hang out with, or just to chat with, or maybe, meet up sometimes or something like that. You may be thinking, okay, is this the time where I'm going to take this to the next level, or is this the time where I'm going to be like, I don't think this is going anywhere? So I think for some of you guys, like, you're going to have to be thinking that way. Because I kind of get the impression with this Two of Wands, the way this guy's like looking over the edge, it's like I kind of feel like he's in communication with someone, like he's waiting on someone. So there's someone that maybe like it could be, maybe you're waiting for the confirmation from somebody as well to say, okay, where is this thing going? But I also feel it could be you, like is the one that has to make the choice, as well as with this Judgment card showing up at the end. But the Empress is kind of saying for me that the ball is in your court, regardless of whether you're waiting on somebody else, or regardless whether it's you to like make the decision. However this relationship is sort of developing, it's saying that is really down to you. Like, this relationship is going to be what you want it to be, or if you want a relationship, it can be there for you. It's like the Empress is kind of saying that, it's almost like being the queen in the castle. So because she rules everything, she can make the choice, okay, how is my kingdom going to be run? So basically, what is the choice that you're going to decide to make? Because the Empress does connect with love as well, with that Venus kind of energy. Wands can be connecting also with a passionate encounter, or a passionate relationship, or so. But then at the same time, I'm kind of getting the impression that this isn't a relationship that's been established. I feel like it's just you communicating with someone, and maybe you guys just have like them kind of maybe fun and interesting, or maybe a bit wild or a bit naughty conversations kind of thing. But the Judgment card is saying, okay, so where do we go from here? It's like things have sort of reached a point where they're drifting in that, that bit of an awkward stage where, maybe this person is talking about certain stuff, and you're like, oh, it seems like they want to bring things to the next level. I'm not sure. So it's like you kind of have to work that out. When for your spiritual cards, Libra, you have the Queen of Pentacles with the Eight of Swords with the Temperance card. So what I'm seeing for you is that I think that your main worries or concerns in January could be to do with finances and money, and feeling stable in your situation. So I would say, referring to the relationship card, if you are seeing somebody that is a bit financially stable, maybe you might have to tell them you need a bit of help, in your situation. You may have to tell them. If they're not, or if they're, you have to sort of sort out your own situation, then it's kind of saying, but I feel like you want to sort out your own situation. I feel like financially you don't want to be dependent on somebody else. I think that you want to sort of get your own situation together, but it might be difficult, because it might just be that, you're just not earning enough, maybe, or again, the things that you may have hoped for, maybe money or something that you may have been wanting, maybe it's not coming through the way it needs to. So I kind of feel like you're feeling a bit stuck in a rut, and a little bit anxious, and a little bit like, what do I do? What steps can I make? What can I change? But then you're kind of thinking, I don't know where this is going to lead to. I don't know if any of these things are really going to help in this situation, because when this card shows up, it can you may be feeling like, kind of like, all hope might be lost, like, what can I do? Like, you almost like you can't see a solution. But I think the Temperance card is the card that kind of provides the solution, because the Temperance card, it is about living in moderation. So when I look at this Queen of Pentacles, it could be saying that, if you do find that you like to spend quite a bit of money on certain things, the Temperance card could be saying that you have to kind of rework things. You have to, be a little bit more uh thrifty, basically, because this card is very much about balance. So it might be saying that maybe you can't live in excess, kind of thing. But then, or at the same time, what I'm kind of seeing with the Temperance card is, the Temperance card is basically here to tell you, regardless of what your situation is, it's here to tell you that spiritually everything is going to be okay. It's so interesting that earlier today I was actually listening to a video where they were talking about like different meanings behind different cards, because with me, I love to learn more and more and more and more about tarot and read different books, and go on Facebook, and I'm part of different groups. Anything related to tarot, I'm basically on there. or heard of it or been on it before. So and yeah, so this reader was talking about the temperance card and was saying, how a lot of the time we don't acknowledge the fact that there is an angel that is here, and what this card indicates is that your angels are with you. They're helping you, they're around you. You might be feeling their presence more these days, or feeling like, even if within yourself you may not see the outward manifestation of the things that you want, this card is telling you that the universe is going to make it okay. It's going to change your circumstances. It's going to help you. This is a card of alchemy. So it's a card that refers to, turning lead into gold, turning, so basically you can literally have one element and transform it into something else. So what that means is, if you, let's say for instance, you started a business and it wasn't profitable, there are ways that you can make that business profitable. There are ways that you can, find solutions to problems. It doesn't mean that because something, and it doesn't mean because something has maybe certain characteristics that it's always going to be that way, or it's always going to be in that state. It's about using your abilities, using what you have, what you know. It's interesting that this card shows up, and the card that is coming to mind for me is the alchemist card, which I know is a part of relationships, but I feel guided to read these two almost together, because they both are cards that really speak to magic. Because this is alchemy, and this is about, like you can see here, he's using his tools, he's using his gifts to and he's studying, he's learning. How can I make these things what I want them to be? How can I use the elements, the different elements, and bring them together and transform them into something that I need? So what I would say to you, Libra, is that this month is really important for you to tap into this manifestation power that you have. This card, the temperance card, is saying that you have that within you. Spiritually, you have it within you. And the temperance card is reassuring your belief that know that in this physical realm, we think we know everything because we look at things in very, in a very logical way generally. But spirit knows, that's not true. What we see or what we think is real is not real. So therefore, you can change it. You can mold it. You can adapt it into what you want it to be, regardless of what your circumstances are right now. You can transform it. It can be completely different, and you can make your situation work for you. But it's about having that know-how, having that ability to do so. But I feel like this card is also telling you to be really, really, I want to use the correct words. It's one of them days where I'm feeling tongue-tied. But it's almost like this card is saying to really pay attention to any signs or anything that you receive, or any thoughts or inspiration. Like if you come across a video, if you come across a website, if you come across something and it feels almost like it's synchronicity, like you're going through this issue and you find something that is exactly addressing that issue, and either you happen upon it or it just shows up or whatever, it's almost like the angels are telling you that was made for you to see, for you to help, like to help your situation right now. So don't just gloss over it and think it's nothing. It's telling you that there's messages that you're going to receive, and these messages are from your guides, or if you want to believe, like your higher self. So do pay attention to them, because I'm really sensing that your crown chakra is lighting up. So what that means is that you're going to be receiving divine inspiration. Like if you look here, she even has a halo, not even a halo, she has like, it's, well, yeah. Well, it's not really a halo. It looks like a crown of some kind, but it almost looks like the sun. Like it has rays almost coming from it, but it's gold. So I feel like your angels and guides are really trying to communicate with you, and they want you to listen to them. And it's important that you do, because they're trying to help you in the situation you're in right now. They're trying to give you ideas to help you to get out of this predicament and to make things better for yourself. So Yes, Libra. Peace and many blessings to you. I'll see you. Bye.